A little girl found a stone that fit perfectly into the eye socket of a mysterious statue nearby. Unexpectedly, this opened the door to an underground kingdom, and a large insect crawled out. However, her mother immediately urged them to continue on their journey. Upon reaching their destination, Ophelia discovered that her stepfather was a cold-blooded military lieutenant who had no affection for her and her mother. He only wanted to use her mother to bear his own child to inherit his rule over the area. The insect followed Ophelia all the way, leading her to a huge archway with a sheep's head hanging on it, an ancient labyrinth. But the maid stopped her just in time, telling her it was just a pile of stones inside and she would get lost. In the middle of the night, Ophelia woke up from a nightmare and saw the insect from the daytime appear before her eyes. Ophelia pointed to the illustration in her book and asked if it was a fairy. The insect seemed to understand her meaning and transformed into a fairy-like appearance in front of her. This made Ophelia even more convinced that there was truly a fairy world. The fairy guided Ophelia back to the labyrinth, and they descended the stairs. In the center of the maze, she encountered Pan, a half-man, half-goat monster. Pan told Ophelia that she was Princess Moana of the underground kingdom. She had slipped into the human world because she loved the blue sky and white clouds, but the sunlight had erased all her memories, leaving her to suffer in the human world. Pan gave Ophelia a book and instructed her to read it alone. As long as she completed the 3 tasks in the book before the full moon night, she could return to the kingdom and be a princess again. Ophelia opened the book on the spot, but found it was blank inside. Pan had also disappeared. The next day, Ophelia opened the book alone again, and content actually appeared on the pages. The first task was, under an ancient tree lived a toad monster. Ophelia needed to stuff a magic stone into the toad's belly to obtain a golden key that would make the tree lush again. Ophelia found the tree, hung her beautiful new clothes on the branches, and entered the dark, muddy tree hole. The hole was large and deep, spanning several trees. Inside, Ophelia found the toad monster. She first tried to communicate with language, but found it ineffective. The toad flicked out its long tongue with a snap, eating the insect next to her hand. Ophelia cleverly lured the toad by placing the insect and magic stone in her palm. The toad swallowed it in one gulp, then went through a turbulent spell and vomited out a large lump of golden unknown substance before dying. Ophelia successfully retrieved the golden key from it. When she emerged from the tree hole, it was already dark. The clothes she had hung up earlier had been blown down by the wind and soaked by the rain, becoming filthy. But Ophelia didn't mind. She disliked those lieutenants' gatherings. The fairy appeared again, taking Ophelia back to the labyrinth to see Pan. Pan told Ophelia to keep the golden key and handed her a magic chalk as a prop for the next task. It was no ordinary chalk. It could draw a door anywhere on the wall and open it. The next day, while bathing, Ophelia opened the book again to check the second task. This time, however, a pool of blood appeared on the book, frightening her into throwing the book to the ground and fleeing the bathroom. To her shock, she saw her mother, covered in blood, begging her for help.